The World Series postgame show on Fox is sponsored by Credible. Great shot here in Houston, where the Astros have even this World Series at a game apiece with a resounding 7-2 win in Game 2.
Look at this. Energy, energy. Let's go. Andale, andale.
Yeah, I'd say we got a nice little atmosphere here. Welcome back to the postgame show. We asked in the pregame if the Astros offense would come to life. You guys all thought they would. So, Frank, what impressed you the most about Houston offensively tonight?
Well, it started at the top. Jose Urquidy lit the match right away, got the boys going with a double, and the rest is history. Urquidy came out and pitched. We expected him to do okay. I mean, he suffered in boxing a little bit, turned it around tonight. 5 solid innings, 7 strikeouts. That's all they asked for in 2 runs.
The heart of this lineup had a heartbeat going on. Altuve is the guy who started that offense, and he was on fire tonight. You don't see Altuve having a night like the night that he had last night too often. I know, Frank, I know for a fact that this guy was going to come out swinging hot tonight.
You know, Dusty Baker was right again. I mean, right before the game, he tells us our team is fine. This is the best of 7, Kevin, not the best of 1. And they do what they do best. They brushed off a terrible performance with a brilliant performance. And the bottom line is, when you put the ball in play, you put the pressure on the defense, when you take undisciplined wild swing, nothing good can happen.
Yeah, a lot of small ball for the offense, but it did the job putting 7 runs across. And then there's this. Every time there's a bad start by a Houston starting pitcher, feels like the next game there's a terrific start. And that's what they got from Jose Urquidy tonight. Got the win. Spoke with our Ken Rosenthal right now.
Thanks, Kevin. Jose, 5 excellent innings. Game 3 of the ALCS, 1 2/3, wasn't the same. What was the difference tonight?
Yeah, thanks God. I mean, I was very focused and, throw strikes and be attacking the hitter all the time, attacking the strike zone. And, the offense, the defense was very good tonight. And I was following Maldonado. I mean, incredible job, and we are very happy. We are there, and we are keep fighting.
First inning, 2 on, 2 out, 2-0 to Soler.
Right.
What happened?
Man, that was a big moment. I mean, I was trying to pull him away. I was trying to compete 100% with him. And I mean, I ain't gonna afraid to throw my pitches. I throw through the zone, and I mean, I punch him, I get him out, and I'm happy for that.
Now, Jose, you've only pitched before tonight once in the last 24 days. How hard was it to stay sharp?
Say again the question, please.
How hard was it to stay sharp? You hadn't pitched very much.
All right. I mean, I was very, like I say, I was very focused on that. I was paying attention in every single bat of them. I was trying to compete, attacking the zone, and I was very, very excited for pitch and being World Series again.
You like pitching in the World Series?
Yeah, I love it. I like that feeling.
Jose, congratulations. Thank you.
Sure.
Kevin, back to you.
Kenny, thanks. He does love pitching in the World Series. Go back to 2019. He pitched a gem, got a win against the Nationals. All the other rounds, he's had a lot of problems, but throw him in the World Series, Alex, and he's like amazing. That's what he did here. Look at this, baby's first World Series. That's one to remember. All right, there you go. Urquidy tonight. You know, Valdez was their ace. Got rocked last night, so here's Urquidy, who got rocked last time, so he's the one that pitches a great game.
These guys are champions, and they just know how to get it done. There's never a panic. They're cool, calm, and collected, just like their manager, 72-year-old Dusty Baker. A brilliant performance. Now we have a series, boys, 1-1.
Yeah, and who's got the advantage, Frank, now 1-1 going back to Atlanta?
We're best 3 out of 5 now. I mean, this is going to be an interesting 5-game play because the pitching after Game 3 could be very, very shaky for both sides.
Who has it, Frank?
This becomes an offensive battle.
Who has it?
Once we get to Atlanta Game 4.
See, this is what made Houston so dangerous. The third pitcher in the rotation, third starter, pitch a game like that against you in the World Series, what is in deep trouble.
Yeah, exactly right. We've got a series now all tied at 1. We go to Atlanta, off day tomorrow, and then in Atlanta Friday. Looking forward to that. Their first World Series game there since '99. Hey, stay tuned for your late local news on Fox. Meanwhile, for continuing post-game coverage of the World Series, turn your TVs now to FS1. We'll be there for a while with you. Jose Altuve scheduled to join
Change
us
the
live.
channel, people. Come on.
We'll have an interview with Michael Brantley.
I know you want to see Papi.
Turn on FS1 to see Poppy's face now.
Channel 219. Let's go. DirecTV.
Here in Houston, what an atmosphere as the Astros have even this World Series at a game apiece, and we welcome you to the World Series postgame show on FS1, sponsored by Credible. The Astros offense, incredible tonight. Got off to a great start. Jose Altuve got him going with a leadoff double, and they never looked back.
En la casa.
Good to see you again. Thanks for turning it over to FS1 with us, continuing coverage of the postgame show. Big Hurt Hall of Famer Frank Thomas, Big Poppy, David Ortiz, A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. Poppy, you mentioned Altuve, the spark plug for this offense. I mean, he doubles the lead off the game. It just set the tone for the entire night, did it
Kevin,
not?
look, man, there is no way you're going to see an Altuve, the Altuve that you saw last night, Frank. There's no way you're going to see it like that. This guy is magical. He had the ability to know when he is off and when he need to go off again. Look at him right here. Bam! First pitch. He's not playing, man. I mean, this guy last night, he have issues recognizing pitches. Tonight, he was like, you know what? I'm going to be Altuve, the Altuve that everybody know. You give me a pitch to hit, I'm going to let it fly. He was taking pitches. He looked like he was being surprised by pitches last night, Frank.
What I like about it, I think he came out with that sense of urgency. He hurt us over the last 24 hours. This team goes as Jose Altuve goes. Mighty Mouse showed up today, put on a show, big double early, home run late. This is the energy they needed to win a ball game in their house before they go to Atlanta.
Kevin, it's incredible. It's like watching two different human beings, and we've talked about it now for 3 weeks. Don't poke the bear. But it is so hard this time of year to look that bad like he did yesterday and look how great as he always is tonight. That's an incredible, and you have to be mentally strong. Jose Altuve, rock star.
There's a common denominator here, Alex. He's got 4 first-pitch home runs this postseason. He has swung on the first pitch a lot, and it's been aggressive, and it's paid off.
He is a predator, and that's why it was so atypical last night to strike out twice, looking one of the most aggressive hitters in the history of the game in October. That doesn't happen unless he's not seeing the ball well. He was like sleeping today. First pitch, and Frank, you said in the green room, first pitch smoking, that's Altuve. Astros are back.
Speaking of Jose Altuve, why don't we just hear from him instead of talking about him? Let's go down now to the Astros clubhouse. It's Jose Altuve. Jose, it's Kevin Burkhardt and the Fox guys. Good to talk to you again. We last saw you on the field when you were celebrating the other night, and here you are, you tie this World Series up. We were just talking about your aggressiveness. We know you're an aggressive hitter, but 4 first-pitch home runs this postseason, is that something that you think about as you're walking to the plate, that, hey, I'm going to go after this first pitch? Tell me about your philosophy.
You know, it's something that I think about it, just to get a good pitch to hit. You know, I'm normally not sitting on anything, just look on the sun, something I can drive, and obviously that was a good pitch to hit up in the air, and thanks God it went out.
Jose, we were talking, Alex here. We were talking last night. You striking out twice looking is so unusual for you. Tonight.
Yeah, but it's Charlie Morton.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's fair.
You're right.
That's a fair point. How much better did you feel tonight? Or was it just Charlie Morton just being Charlie Morton?
I think it was Charlie being Charlie. You know, he's so good. You know, I'm so sad for him right now. I wish him a pretty quick recovery. But yeah, he's that kind of guy. He's been in as many World Series as any other player, and he likes to pitch in those games. He's really good. You know, I don't know if he's better pitcher or better person, because, you know, he's a great guy too, and I love the way he is.
Jose, felicidades, Big Papi right here. I was expecting you to have the game that you have tonight, without a doubt, regardless. I know that you were going to come out hot swinging. But I want you to explain people what is the mentality of a great hitter like you after a night like last night.
You know, the way I think is, you know, in playoff, numbers doesn't matter. You know, you can go 0 for 20, but you get a big hit. You know, you made it. So you have to stay positive. You have to wait until your times come, and that's the way I think we all are in the clubhouse. We're not thinking about, you know, average or homers or whatever right now. We're thinking about winning, and that's the key for me and for the whole team.
Jose, Frank Thomas here. I know you're being kind right now. Last night you were off. Just let them know. You are the straw that stirs this drink. You was just setting them up tonight, weren't you?
Not at all. You know, we wanted to win last night, but, you know, it was good to come back today and have the game we had as a team. And, you know, we have a day off tomorrow. We're going to, you know, go to Atlanta and try to win out there as many games as possible. And, you know, that's the kind of team we are.
Jose, last one, then we'll let you run. I'm just so impressed with your young pitchers because it seems like when they have a rough outing or a speed bump, they don't really care. They come back the next game, just like Urquidy had a tough one last time. It doesn't seem to bother him at all. How do you describe those young pitchers and the ability to forget a bad outing?
You know, that's one of the things I like about them, that they forget pretty quick about if they did good or not. They come back the next outing and put a lot of effort. They lift everything they have. You know, obviously they're a big part of our team because without them we wouldn't be here. So, you know, I'm just happy that we won tonight.
Jose, I just want you to know, Frank is from Georgia. He's rooting for the Braves.
You know what? I got a lot invested in this series.
It's okay.
I want both of you to win. This is a hard one for me.
There's only one, Frank.
Only one's going to win. But I like what you did tonight, Jose.
Big one, Frank.
Keep doing what you're doing, my friend.
Thank you, guys.
Jose, be good. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Jose Altuve, kind to join us as always. And look, how about another home run from him? How about the second most home runs of all time in playoff history? I mean, it's truly amazing. Look at this now. Most postseason home runs. But look at the games. 75. He's nowhere near the amount of games. He just tied Bernie Williams tonight. Obviously, he's got a little bit to go to catch Manny Ramirez. That's amazing.
The guy is really unbelievable. And when you look at those numbers with the names you just mentioned, all-time greats. I heard you in the green room say, that's an all-time great list. It's amazing what he's doing. And again, the mental capacity to be able to come back. And we've talked about it. This is the time of year. There's many, many starters, very few closers and champions. Jose Altuve is one of those.
You know what make him, you know, being there with the greatest, without even being close in games played? He's in the strike zone, man. He's down here.
Yeah.
He is down here. I'm telling you. He sees the ball better than all the store guys. Not taking credit away from him. He is a guy that during the offseason, Frank, he pulled himself together. He's like, okay, I got to work extra because I want to be with the big guys right there. And that's why he's so good.
And it's true. I mean, you look at the other side of the fence, you got Ozzie Albies. Both of the diminutive guys. Pitcher's going to attack. They see their size up there, not really caring about their ability until they get hurt.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, he continues to hurt people because the man is flat out a superstar at the plate. And when you throw him a strike, he knows what to do with it.
You know, Kevin, that's a great point that Frank just made. The fact is, small men with huge hearts, and think about it, their entire lives, they've been David, not Goliath. They've been told by everybody, you're too small, you're too slow, you don't have enough power. Well, guess what? Both of them are champions. Both of them are warriors and role models.
Yeah, I mean, Altuve, another great night. Meanwhile, does it seem guys like Michael Brantley has 2 hits every night? Because he does. Let's hear from Brantley now, who's with our Tom Verducci.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Michael Brantley, I think I'll take your second inning at bat, put that in a frame, and say that's classic Michael Brantley. At the end of 5 straight breaking pitches, 2 outs, 2 strikes, you cap a 4-run rally with a base hit. Take me through that at bat and the team's approach tonight against Max Fried.
Yeah, I think we did a great job tonight of staying in zone. You know, he's a great pitcher. We have a lot of respect for him. We never faced him before, so we got to make our adjustments going forward. But that at bat was tough. You know, he's working the corners, obviously. You know, a lot of breaking balls. So I was just trying to stay through one, and I got to pitch out over the plate and put a good spin on.
Michael, you get to watch Jose Altuve every night. Last night we saw him struggle. 0 for 5, 3 strikeouts. He comes out tonight, 2 extra base hits. What is it about Jose that allows him to turn a page like that?
He's a phenomenal player. He's a superstar in this game for a long time. You know, yesterday doesn't matter to him. It's about one game at a time. It's the mentality we have all year. We do a great job of just competing as a team every day. And, you know, I love hitting behind him, and I love playing with him. He's a phenomenal person.
Michael, thanks so much. Congratulations. We'll see you in Atlanta.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Tom. Michael, pleasure to hear from him. So the first 2 games of the series, game 1, offense invisible. Game 2, very visible. There you go. And really, game 2, the impressive thing is did it with a lot of just base hits. You know, moving the line, being aggressive on the bases. You know, for Brantley, think about this. Maybe, Frank, one of the most underappreciated postseason performers of all time. He's now played in 50 playoff games. He's a .303 hitter in that time.
Trust me, all the teams know about Michael Brantley. You put him in your lineup, these instant hits from the left side. It's hard to find a guy like that. That's why so many people were bidding for him in the offseason. He's a presence every day. I've watched him for years in the Central Division. His dad was my hitting coach in Toronto, Mickey Brantley. So he's been taught how to hit since he was a kid. He uses the whole field. He's truly a professional hitter, and that's why every year he's hitting 300.
I want to go back to those videos, see if the guy can play it out again. The guy, the quietest he look as a person is the quietest he is as a hitter. This guy, I think he's got to be the best hitter going from point A to point B to attack the baseball. That's how quiet it is. And that's why it doesn't surprise me that this guy get 2 hits every night. He do exactly, he might be perfection when it comes down to hit. That's how quiet he is through the strike zone, and that's why he stays so long throughout the strike zone, and he's a great hitter.
Papi, I agree with that. He's very flat and very quiet in the strike zone. And when you're quiet in the strike zone, that makes you see the ball better. You have better discipline. But he reminds me of a guy that I played with called John Olerud. And John Olerud was quiet. He controlled the strike zone. And Kevin, the reason why that's so important, when you're quiet, it's conducive to hitting great pitching. And in October, you see great pitching. You see 2 hits every night.
I feel like tonight was your game because you've been preaching why the Astros are so good is because they make contact. That's all they did.
I mean, it is so difficult to defend, right? There's no shift. There's no nothing. And even in that 1 inning where they got 4 or 5 hits, one of those hits, Anthony told me, our stat guy, our expert, told me 55 miles per hour. Well, that only happens if you make contact. If you're striking out 200 times a year, 250 times, 15 times a game, you can't get lucky. Bad things are going to happen or nothing's going to happen if you don't make contact.
Yeah, they scored early and often, got out to a big lead against Max Fried and held on and win this game too. Orbit's a happy mascot. Astros fans fired up. We're all tied at 1, heading back to Atlanta now. We come back, we'll hear from Braves manager Brian Snitker and more. We'll play Guess How Much. Lot to do on the postgame show with you. Jose Urquidy got the W. 5 really good innings, 7 strikeouts. The Astros offense gave him 7. Christian Javier, another exceptional outing in relief, and plenty good enough for a 7-2 win. Welcome back to Minute Maid Park in Houston, here with the guys and Astros 7-2 win, 1-1 World Series. We go back to Atlanta in case you just turned us on. Highlights. Why don't we show you what happened here tonight? Game 2, roof open. Only the 8th time this year, first time since 2005 in the World Series. And Jose Urquidy on the mound. He got roughed up against the Red Sox last round. He was great tonight. Had it going. And then Travis d'Arnaud changes that with a rope home run, ties this game at 1 in the 2nd.
Just a sweet approach right there, short, sweet through the baseball. He's been on fire.
Bottom of the 2nd, though. Astros just making contact. This time, not the hardest hit ball, but it's going to work. A little bit of an errant throw, tough play there at second base by Albies, and then another one. Maldonado finds himself a base hit. Gurriel scores, and then here comes another mistake. Siri slides in, the throw gets away from Rosario on the error. Another run scores. Make it 4-run, and then a couple batters later, it is Michael Brantley. He delivers off the breaking ball, and just like that, it's 5-1 Houston.
High anxiety in October makes errors happen all the time. You saw some tonight by the
7th inning, it's Altuve.
Mighty Mouse. You throw a fastball, I will hurt you.
Here he comes to save the day. Max Fried had a tough outing, second bad playoff outing for him, although as you see, not a lot of balls were exactly scorched, but still gave up 6 runs in 5 innings. Brian Snitker, manager of the Braves, thinks it could have been a little different.
I'm having a hard time convincing myself that he struggled that much. I mean, it was, the first inning, they did some really good hitting. The second inning, when they scored, it was kind of a weird inning. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he was getting banged around. Balls that found holes, check swings. It was just, we threw a ball away. I mean, it was just a weird inning. But I thought his stuff was really good. He ended up throwing a lot of pitches for the 5 innings he was out there, but God, I mean, it could have been very easily a different outcome for him, I think, especially in that second inning.
Well, I mean, look, there were a lot of balls that were not exactly scorched, obviously the error, but what went wrong, Poppy, for Fried tonight? We talked about, could he deal with the pressure with no Morton, now the pressure on his shoulders? In your eyes, what went wrong?
I'm going to put it this way, guy. The Braves going to end up this World Series as Fried goes. And I'm going to tell you why. They end up losing Morton for the series. Somebody need to step in and be like, okay, I'll probably not be Morton, but I gotta try to be that guy. And Fried is the guy, Max Fried is the guy that they are expecting to be that guy, at least for this series.
Sure.
But things haven't worked out for him very well. We see how he did tonight. I mean, he got hit very well in the first inning, and then it's like the manager say, I mean, ball found a hole, this and that. But at such a point, you got to show location, you got to show tightness, you got to show that you got the power fastball that you can locate and mass batters. And I don't think that's the case, Frank. I don't think I'm capable of doing that right now.
First, before I answer this, I got to say happy birthday to my 13-year-old Frank Thomas III.
Happy birthday!
My wife is texting me. I love you, son.
Frankie.
He can rate my time 4 years. But Max Fried tonight, he pitched well. Bottom line is the Houston Astros, they approached him properly. They didn't try to do too much. They found the holes. They got base hits. They needed to move runners. The sense of urgency was there to win tonight, and they perfected it, and that's how they've won championships in the past, and you saw it tonight firsthand when they needed a win before they went to Atlanta.
Where's that camera? Camera 3 right here? I just want to say happy birthday to a couple of my teammates in Westminster. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Frankie the third. Thank goodness you look like Mom and not like Frank. But anyways,
he can rake.
Hey, fellas, I do want
he can hit like Frank.
A serious question. With Max Fried, Kevin, I think the thing to think about on a macro level, there is no concern. This guy is a future Cy Young winner. He had a 3 ERA. He's 27 years old. He had a fantastic season. Here's what does concern me, is the micro. And what I mean by that is 2 starts back-to-back, not optimal, has not pitched well, and that's concerning. Mentally, there is no Charlie Morton. How does he handle this? He's going to be fine in the long run, but in the short run, it's about small moments and what happens here. If you're his teammate, Poppy, back-to-back bad starts, what do you tell Max Fried?
To be honest with you, I would like to see better location from him. I would like to see less hittable pitches coming off of him, because you're facing a great hitting ball club, and you are the guy that the team is expecting to face him tonight and face him 4 days down the road. So if they hit you the way they did tonight, I'm going to be a little concerned about what's going to happen down the road, because I don't have Charlie Morton expecting to pitch in Game 4 or Game 5. You know what I'm saying? So I need him to give me – I have seen games during the regular season coming up for him where he had that life on his fastball. He got that snapping breaking ball, but it's well located. And that's how he get through 5 innings.
Well, I'm going to say this. His next start will be in Atlanta with his home crowd, with the mound he's used to pitching on.
If they do a 3 days rest,
they probably will. I don't think they're going to start him back here again.
You don't?
At home, he pitches better. He will pitch in Atlanta if they need him to, and I think he'll be a lot better. Tonight, the Houston Astros, they love to hit here. They approached him properly. They played small ball. They did what they had to do to win this
game.
Frank,
wait. I got to stop you there, Frank.
Yes.
Because I'm going to have you, Frank Thomas, be a manager here.
Yes.
His worst 2 starts in the last 3 months have come Game 5 and tonight. and he's 27, 5 years. He doesn't have a great amount of experience in the postseason. You're now going to make him more uncomfortable and pitch him on 3-day rest, which he hasn't done that all year? Talk to me.
His stuff is polished. He's a polished pitcher. Tonight, what I didn't see him do is pound that inside fastball like he always do. And tonight, they were able to get out over the plate a lot more him. Normally, he pounds that ball inside, breaking ball away, a little change-up piece. I didn't see much of that inside fastball tonight. I'm telling you, he will pitch again in this series. I'm sure he's going to pitch better.
I like that.
I like it. I like the answer. I like the back and forth. Also, Frank, tastefully done on the birthday wish.
Thank you.
Frankie Jr. There we go. Well done.
Get home.
Listen, breaking news. Breaking news. The Timberwolves have beaten the Bucks.
There it is. Wow.
3-1. 3-1.
Are you having Pat Bradley?
Hey, you know,
the Timberwolves 3-1. There it is.
Hey, Ron.
Very nervous watching that game.
Congratulations. Let's not throw a parade yet. It's 4 games.
What's the championship parade, bro?
You know, congrats to you.
3-1. 3-1.
3-1's a good start. There you go. Team A-Rod, the Timberwolves, doing well. There you go. It's a baseball show. We'll do more of that when we come back. As the Astros, even this World Series, had a game apiece. We'll hear from Dusty Baker when we come back. We'll play Guess How Much when we come back. Who knows? Anything's on the table. Maybe Bardia will kill some more roaches. You never know. Postgame in H-Town, baby.
Shout out to my son D. I know. I love you, buddy. I know you're sleeping now.
Shout out Wu-Tang Clan.
He's got to be a birthday.
How's your bacon? Welcome back to Houston, where the Astros take it 7-2 in this game number 2. So we got a World Series coming your way. And a reminder, get your game on at MLBshop.com. Authentic on-field caps, tees, hoodies, and more. Get all your World Series Astros and Braves gear wherever the champs wear. The MLBshop.com. So a 4-run second inning for the Astros, really one of the big keys in this game tonight. Manager Dusty Baker liked that inning, that's for sure. Let's hear from Dusty.
You know, like Reddick used to say, it happens fast here. And it happened fast. And it gets to be like a feeding frenzy, you know, and everybody, you know, wants to get in on it. And I was just hoping that we could score some more because, you know, they were going to, you know, threaten, you know, before too long. And, you know, you never really feel comfortable during these playoffs in the World Series. So, you know, you're always wanting more.
Yeah, I totally get that. I mean, they did threaten. Freddie Freeman had the base hit in the 5th inning, made it 5-2, and you're thinking, okay, but then the Astros, of course, added on. But, Alex, when you look at this game, both these teams are really good defensive teams. Usually the teams in the World Series are. Braves didn't exactly help themselves tonight. It wasn't necessarily the reason why they lost, but they were sloppy.
They were a little sloppy, and it tells you a little bit more about the Astros' offensive approach and making contact and forcing some of these plays. We're going to show you a play here, Rosario. What you'll see with Rosario, he comes up and he wants to get the guy out at third, but there's nobody standing there. And he throws on the run. But again, give the Astros credit for taking the extra base and forcing the Braves on their heels. It was basically momentum today was reversed. And the Astros capitalized on the Braves' errors.
I mean, they went 1 for 5 with running score position. I mean, you attacked that strike zone last night offensively. You gotta carry that mojo the following day, especially tight in the games at the early stage during the game. 1-on-1 right away. That continue building up your confidence. That continue telling you, okay, we need to attack because we're playing against a good team that had a great offense, and we still playing at home.
What's spinning forward here? So now we go to Atlanta, 1-1, which a lot of World Series are. You know, look, I think if you go past Game 3, there's a lot of question marks about the pitching. Each team will probably have a bullpen game, Game 4. I mean, at Game 5, the Braves might have another bullpen game. But, Frank, as you noted, the Braves, they're unbeaten at home this postseason. Who does have the edge now, 1-1, going to Atlanta for 3?
I mean, you got to say Atlanta has an edge in Atlanta. But when you're facing a team like Houston, anything can happen. These guys, they feed well off each other. They've been there. They've done that. Atlanta will be a little more pressured at home. It's not easy when you get home when you got the ticket request. You got everybody bothering you. Can I come to the game? Can I see you after the game? It's a little different. So Houston will be ready to play. But when you see that crowd in Atlanta, I think the first game, the edge goes to the Atlanta Braves.
I totally agree with you. The edge goes to Atlanta Braves, and it's because besides you going back home, you play this type of game before you go home. That's not a good sign. When you play like that against a team like this one, plus you already know that you are down on pitching, that gets you thinking a lot. And the fans gonna ask you for more than what they ask you while you play here on the road.
You know, one thing on Garcia, he made a little mechanical tweak, okay? He had 26 pitches above 96 miles per hour. He had 18 all season. That is like a different human being, and it was different results. I think for the Braves, you have Anderson pitching, a right-hander, and you have 3 of the best left-handed, which will be rested, and I think they're in great position to take this series 2-1.
And you're right about Garcia. He pitches better in this building. He's going to Atlanta, and we're hearing the weather's going to be crazy, a little cold. You just never know what you're going to get out of him on a Friday night. That's going to be crazy in Atlanta. But this is going to be one hell of a series, and I can't wait to see the rest of it.
It's unbelievable. Anthony Masterson, our researcher, tells us last home World Series win for any team was Game 3, 2018. Okay?
Wow.
I mean, think about how crazy that is. But now you go to an Atlanta team that's unbeaten at home in the playoffs and hasn't had a World Series game there since 1999. Never at Truist Park, but in Atlanta in general. That's what I'm talking about. I know it's a new ballpark. You don't have to kill me on Twitter. I get it. You get the idea.
But, Kevin, we talked about it. They are going to be fired up in Atlanta.
They will be, no doubt. But we're fired up because we got a World Series and a good one, all tied at a game apiece through these first 2 in Houston. When we come back, Jose Altuve coming alive. The Undertaker.
The Undertaker.
Go get him. We'll play Guess How Much when we come back. Looking forward to our latest edition in front of the fans in Houston. Home of the Phoenicia. Welcome to Houston, Texas. The roof is open, and we are all ready for Game 2. Braves up 1-0. Jammed. It'll score a run. 2-1 Houston here in the second. Left side, base hit. Here comes Gurriel. He'll score. Siri, he pops up, comes to the plate. 2-run score. For the run. Astros on top.
Let's go, Astros. Let's go.
And that's into left. Altuve's got another. And a rude Texas welcome for Drew Smiley. Astros take Game 2. 7-2 is the final. And so that takes us to a Game 3. The series shifts to Atlanta. Coverage Friday night, 7:30 Eastern on Fox. Cannot wait to be in the ATL. First time a World Series game since 1999. When we come back, a very special edition of Guess How Much. I heard we have some great items.
Can't wait.
Up for bidding. You'll have to wait to see and bid along with us. Post-game show rolls on.
Come on, ride that train. No, the choo-choo train.
Yeah, Poppy, I feel the vibe. I love it. Welcome back. Now listen, Poppy's confidential pick. Here we go. Camera want to see it. This we set high expectations on this. Here it is. We said if you get this wrong, you've got like 6 in a row wrong. This segment is over for the rest of the World Series. So here we go.
No hard feeling.
Who seals these envelopes? It's like it's crazy glue.
You need a blowtorch.
NASA, Kevin, NASA.
8-4 Houston. Poppy gets it right.
You
We keep
know
on
it.
going. Yeah.
We're back on
Chicken
track.
dinner.
Well done. We're
We
back.
are back.
1 out of 7
I'm
ain't
back.
bad.
I'm back. Never left, Kevin.
All right, good news. For our final segment tonight, we're glad you're with us. It's another lovely edition of Guess How Much? It's a game show you all love to play. We have real items that we bid on online, real items that our staff bought and paid for and you have to guess along with our analysts how much. Now, of course, every item is related to their playing career in some sort. And I think these items are going to garner a lot of cash online. Here is the first one. It's called Teammates. Now, if you're into remember the Matchbox cars when you were a kid? This thing is really cool. So I love the box, first of all. It is a Frank Thomas die-cast metal truck. I mean, this is legit.
I would buy that for my son. I'm sorry.
No, this is good. Here, let's keep it up again. I mean, like I used to love Matchbox cars as a kid.
That's pretty cool.
You got to win it, Frank. You got to win it.
Yeah, this is heavy. Okay, so this has some weight and some girth to it. This is real deal. Die-cast metal. Frank Thomas truck.
Can we touch it, Kevin?
You can. Yeah. Give a feel. See if that helps you to make the bid. Pass it along.
It's good for the appraisal.
Don't put the fingerprints on Frank's face. Poppy's impressed. Okay. This is a good item. Oh, Frank, don't forget an extra trailer hitch. Forgot that in the back.
I like that.
I like this a lot. It's a good quality item. Now, what did our staff did on this Frank Thomas Teammates, we'll call it Matchbox car item? Time is running to a close. Don't forget to place your bids, and we'll leave Big Hurt to go last since it's his truck. I have a feeling this might be pricey. A-Rod, we're going to start with you on the Big Hurt truck. What do you got?
Oh,
$27.99. I think that's a good guess.
But not dollars, pounds.
Oh, pounds. Okay, $27.99 pounds.
Pounds.
How much that is U.S. money?
I don't know the conversion chart. I haven't been in London in a couple years. We'll try and figure that
How
out.
much is in peso, Era?
All right,
you got a lot of pesos.
Poppy has American dollars, $16.75.
Yeah.
Is that Dominican pesos?
$16.75.
U.S.
Frank.
U.S.
I think it is real steel. Frank, what's your guess here on your truck? Who's going to win this truck?
Now, I'm not going to go crazy here, but I'm going to give it at least $32.99.
$32.99.
$32.99. That's what it's worth.
All right, the correct answer. Guess how much the Frank Thomas truck is?
Oh!
$32.36. Frank, what? You almost nailed it to a T. Amazing. Wow.
You must be making those in the backyard of your house.
That's a good item. There you go.
I might have to sell these on eBay.
You can have the box.
You
Frank,
cheated, Frank. You know the price.
that's unbelievable. I got the rest of the truck here. Okay, we've got one more item on Guess How.
Hey, Frank, you got 2 MVPs. You're happy with this truck.
This is a pretty good item here.
Frank's happy with that truck.
This is the best item we've had on this show forever.
All right. Well, so we're going to go to the best item we've ever had on the show.
Frank, I feel
Probably
bad for you. That's going to be your birthday present.
Poppy, pay attention. We go from the best item potentially to one of the worst items I've ever seen. This is, we'll call it the Big Poppy bowling shirt.
Oh, my.
This is an absolutely heinous
I
item.
have one of those.
I like that.
This is, I mean, I
love
don't
bowling.
You love bowling. That's fine. You can love bowling, but you don't have to wear this.
Is this rayon, Kevin?
Rayon! It might be. You know, it feels very rayon-ish. You want to pass it down? You guys can feel the material?
Yes.
I don't know if that's going to help you. I think the real question is not how much it costs, but how much it would cost to pay you to wear it.
And I will wear this to the club.
Awesome.
You,
Wear that to the club. Poppies in the house.
yeah. Right. Frank, you going to throw that on, go to Mastros
Yes,
tonight?
yes,
All
I
right,
will.
great. Look forward to that. All right, here we go. Guess how much? Final item. Time is running out. Time to bid on the Poppy bowling shirt. Man, oh man, that would be a tough one to wear.
I would wear that in a heartbeat.
That's like 7 bottles of Pinot for you put that
Have you
one
seen
on.
some of my shirts? I would wear that in a heartbeat.
I mean, I've seen, your shirts can be a little loud, but there's a difference between loud and...
Yeah, that's me and Frank right there.
Yeah. All right, here we
I
go.
don't know nothing about that.
Frank, why don't you start off the bidding on the Poppy Disgusting shirt?
I really like that shirt, so I'm going to give him $105.
105!
$105.
I'm going to start making those shirts just for
I'm
you.
telling you, you probably can sell them at $175 on your website.
105! Alex, what do you got? Seems like a more reasonable guess at $19.99.
Come on, man. A little respect.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that is a lot of respect.
That is a lot.
All right, Poppy. $30.98.
Wow.
$30.98. Watch this thing be like $300.
Let me tell you something, Poppy. If you sign that thing, it's worth over $100.
Well, he didn't sign it. It's not signed.
It's not
Not
signed
yet.
before
Point.
you leave.
Frank, it's not
You got to
memorabilia.
sign this, Poppy. I bet we get $100 for that.
Yeah, if he signs it, of course he's going to get $100.
Me.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
city.
Guess how much? What's the real price of the Poppy bowling shirt / safari shirt? $39.99. Poppy. You got it right.
Yes. I know.
Wow.
I know my stuff, man.
You guys both won your
Darling,
own items.
I'm wearing this on the way to the airport tonight.
Look forward to that.
That's a nice
You're not getting on the plane with that shirt.
Come on, Ada. You got to let me wear this on your jet. It's Wally the Green Monster on the Jets right there.
Even A-Rod's jet has a dress
Bobby
code.
coming first class.
Come on, man.
Those were some items. Hey, that'll do it for us. We'd like to thank you for watching. Well done, guys. You got your own items correct. Poppy, you never want to see that shirt again. Breaking news. The party's still rolling on down on the field with Ben Verlander. Flippin' Bats presented by Taco Bell as they continue post-game coverage and answer your fan questions live at MLB on Fox platforms. Jonathan Kaplan, our producer. David Fowler, our director. Good for you guys. See you in Atlanta.
See you when I see you.